Hey, what's up, guys? How are you, 6Bolt? I decided to do a video because I was working on a report to. I told 6Bolt is the creator of the Hook of the Ripper, the new Memuker, really badass. Just say something before I continue. 6Bolt is a guy that received Ripper at Christmas and it was not working great on the Memuker. So he decided to create his own utility, another Memuker, and it's freaking amazing, okay? It's really good, and we are really close to perfection, so that's why I want to send him my report, what works, what doesn't work, and show him on a video, because it's better a video and showing what exactly I'm talking about, because I was sending him a report. So at the same time, I said, you know what, I'm going to do a YouTube video, and people that are interested on Hook of the Ripper knows what to expect from this application, okay? But specifically, this video is for 6Bolt, and I'm going to explain my report. And this guy, that's it, he did receive a Ripper at Christmas. He says, he realized that Memuker didn't work as expected for his Ripper, so he created the tools. But the guy doesn't have other gun. He doesn't have Gunfire, he doesn't have Blamcon, he doesn't have all the other gun. So what I did so far, I sent him a drive, a RetroBeast drive, because I was reporting to him, okay, I'm playing this game, it doesn't work, so he doesn't know what I'm talking about. So I sent him a drive so he can test with his Ripper. What I'm gonna do, because I received my 2009 Blamcon. I will send him my prototype Blamcon that works the same. I think I'm gonna send him my Blamcon and I'm gonna send him a Gunfire, maybe another type, so we can test it. Okay, because I really want Hook of the Ripper to be the new Memuker, and I really believe this application will be the next Memuker, okay? So thanks to 6Bolt. So, all right, so the way it works, no, I'm not gonna explain how Hook of the Ripper works because I'm talking to 6Bolt, so I'm gonna do the report. All right, so far, it works on the Ripper. It works with Gunfire and it works with MX24, but with some problem I will talk about. I need to test. So now, so far, I test the Ripper, I test the Gunfire, I test the MX24. I need to test the open fire. I should receive very soon. I need to test the fusion. I will receive, and the Xena. I will test it on other gun, because if we open the data from his folder, he already has the Blamcon. Okay, just a gamer talking about Blamcon. Blamcon, they changed the firmware for 109, okay? The gun firmware, okay? And I know by using Memuker, I know Blamcon used the same code to send rumble and trigger and recoil. It's the same code as the Gunfire, okay? So I did the test. I used the same code as Gunfire. I copy it in the Blamcon, and it works. But I did have problem with the recoil. The recoil stopped. And I talked to Craig at Blamcon and Boat 6, and Boat 6 told me that's the code they sent me. And Blamcon says, yes, those new code are for the new update firmware 109. So I test the Blamcon on the new code. I still have problem, I'm gonna show you soon. And I use the old Gunfire code. It's the same. There is no difference, okay? The recoil is the same, the rumble, so we still can use the Gunfire code and the new Blamcon, and still the same, by the way. The fusion, he has the code. I didn't test it. Gunfire works perfectly. The recoil, no problem. The MX24, I'm gonna explain soon what's happening with it. It works. Reaper works. Just a mini problem I'm gonna talk about very soon. And that's it. Okay, so let's continue. All right, so Gunfire works, no problem. Okay, so let's talk about the MX24. It works great, but it breaks a little bit. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I did create, I'm gonna show you, wait a second, I'm gonna show you just before what I did create in light gun. Okay, light gun is where all your, when you set your gun, is in the NE files. What I did, I replaced all the COM with the gun. So my automate, what it does, it replaced the retro shooter 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it's gonna replace as a gun. So I'm gonna show you. That's the dummy version. So I do have retro shooter 1 to 4. So every time my automate will run, I'm going to show you, it will replace. If there is 4 Reaper, it's going to replace all the RS1 up to 4 with the COM 1, COM 2, COM 3, COM 4. Also have the light gun. If the automate, my automate recognize gunfire, it will replace gunfire 1 to 4 where it goes on the INI files. I did the same for, see, I already have the COM16 for the Blamcon. That's the last one I plugged. So Blamcon also can be also recognized and set the COM automatically. Blamcon 1 to 4. MX24, what I did, I'm gonna open. The problem with the MX24 is it used the hub, right? So what I did, I bypass when you set your gun, add a light gun, I bypass the hub. I'm not using the hub, the communication hub, okay? I'm using the real COM. But the problem, because Hook of the Reaper doesn't like having this, he has a verification, okay? Hook of the Reaper is very smart. If you have 2 times the same COM, or INI files that doesn't match or is not set properly, you will hear a kind of ding when you play a game. It's going to say, oh, there is an error. It's going to give you the error. But because MX24 used the same hub for 2 guns and another hub for the player 3 and 4, let's say COM5 for gun 1 and 2 and COM6 for... The problem is Hook of the Reaper will give you an error message saying, hey, you have 2 times the same COM for the same gun, okay? But it should be okay for the MX24. So MX24 should bypass the same COM error, okay? So that's something. But I bypass it on the NE files, okay? I don't have the error anymore because what I did, I renamed all the... Because when you create a COM, let's go back to Blamcon 1. I'm gonna show you. Okay, usually if you set the COM16, it's gonna put 16, just another setting there. That's to compare the COM with other gun and give you the error. So what I did, from setting 1 to the end, I start with 100. Okay, I set a higher COM, so it's impossible to regenerate the same COM 100 and up, okay? Because when you plug a gun, it's mostly COM 1 up to 12, let's say, okay? So it can be impossible. So I rewrite all the older COM, 100, the next one's gonna be 101, 102, 103, 104, and so on and so on. So the error doesn't happen. So by doing that, I can set the MX24 COM5 and COM5, and it works. Okay, I'm gonna show you. I just plugged my 2. Let's talk about Reaper and MX. So I plugged my 2 Reaper and the 2 MX. Okay, so my 2 Reaper are gun 1 and 2. and MX are player 3 and 4 right now. Okay, so I'm gonna boot my automate. It will populate the ini files. I'm gonna show you. Just clicking my automate. It's gonna recognize MX and Ripper. It'll take a few seconds.
Player 1 is RetroShooting. Player 2 is
So now what I can do,
Player 3 is RetroShooting.
by bypassing the COM, I don't have the error. So I can use 2x COM5 or whatever the COM is. It is. So let's see. Let's just refresh. Okay, let's see. So, like you can see, because my MX is player 3 and 4, so my MX number 3, see, the old COM is 114, so there is no error, and it's set at 19. Let's check the COM MX4. That's my player 4. The old COM is 115. That's a dummy COM I just write, and still COM 19. So he shared the same COM 19, COM 19. That's the hub. Okay, it was very hard, very difficult to make a logistic to find the MX24 in the hub, but it works. Okay, now I have my number 3, number 4 MX, and it show. If I open, hook up the Ripper and player assignment, see, MX number 3, COM 19, MX 24, number 4, COM 19, and it doesn't give me any error. I can play a game, no problem. My Ripper is COM 6, and my Ripper number 2 is COM 7. Okay, what you see now, it's from the ini files. So I fixed it by just set the. So when you add a light gun and you add the MX, it's gonna ask for the COM, for the hub, and it's gonna ask for the gun. What I'm using is I'm still using the COM from the gun, okay? But I know why you did create a hub is to bypass the error, because you will have, let's say, 2x COM 19 for the hub, or 2x COM 5 or whatever, okay? So find a way to use whatever you want, but you just need one COM, okay, at some point, and it's gonna share the same COM, okay? I bypass it, but for other user, make sure you're using one COM and the same for player 1 and 2, and let's say, very rare, but let's say people have 4 MX24, it's gonna be 2 hub. So 2 hub, let's say COM 5, and 2 hub COM 6. But hook up the Ripper need to not send any error for duplicated hub. Okay, that's. But in my part, I fix it and it works. All right. So. Yeah. Okay, and the MX24. Okay, the Ripper, I don't have too much problem. The only problem with the Ripper is the voltage, and 6 volt find it. You need a 5 or 6 amp for the hub, because each gun needs 3 amp to work properly. So if you're using 1 power for the hub, it's gonna share the amp. So you need a minimum 5, but suggested 6 amp. So it's gonna send 3 amp for player 1 and 3 amp for player 2. I did have problem. What's happening when you have 3 amp sharing 2 gun? If you play with 2 gun, if you play with 1 gun with 3 amp in the hub, it's gonna be fine. But the gun's gonna reset. You will hear the window. The Ripper will reset and reconnect on window if you're using 3 amp for 2 gun. Okay, so the problem is fixed. No problem for the amp, but for the rest, the Ripper works great. I'm gonna show you the what problem I have with the MX. It's the recoil is, how do you say that, janky, or it's not How do you say that? Wait a second. It's not regular, or let's say he should like tuk tuk tuk. He has some slow down and speed up. It's not perfect. So what I'm gonna do? Just to show you the Reaper, it works great. I'm gonna boot. Let's boot Transformer and just test the Reaper because they are number 1 and 2. I'm gonna switch to MX24 number 1 and 2 after. By the way, everything I'm gonna talk about problem with gun, every gun that has problem, if it's a single shot, it's not a problem. The recoil always work on Blamcon and Gunfire and Reaper and MX, no problem. Every single shot, like just tack, 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 no problem. Where there is problem on Blamcon and MX is mostly when it's rapid fire. But Reaper has no problem, see? And it's working on 6 amp. Doesn't crash, it's perfect. All right. So Reaper has no problem. Gunfire has no problem. Single shot or multiple shot, no problem on Gunfire and Reaper. Now I'm gonna swap the gun I have problem. I should send you a MX24 also to test out. Where's the... okay, the Reaper you need to put it like this and change the... I'm gonna change to gun 1. I'm gonna change the pin, so that's gun 1. I'm gonna change the number 4. Because I don't have that much 4-player game to show you with rapid fire, so wait a second. Oh yeah, the 2 pin. When you change the pin, you need to unplug the gun, and so I'm gonna put the number 2. I'm gonna unplug the Reaper and reboot the MX, and we're gonna set the automate and hook up the Reaper. Yeah, my automate set hook up the Reaper, all the comm and the naming and everything. So with my automate, you don't need to set anything in hook up the Reaper. All right. So see, it's working. It's gonna refresh hook up the Reaper. I'm gonna boot the one-click process. I have my MX1 and MX2. Player 3? What? What's a player 3, player 4? No, it's supposed... the MX didn't show up. Wait a second. I boot my automate before the gun was hooking on the... Wait a second. Yeah, the MX has a light. Player 1 is red, player 2 is blue. After it turns green, player 3, and yellow, player 4. Yeah, it takes some time. Wait a second. Maybe it's my MX24, but the recoil is kind of... I don't know how to explain that. It's not precise. Janky, sloppy. Anyway, I need to show, maybe we can fix it. Come on, plug it. Why it takes so long? Ah! You need to power, I didn't power on. So the light's gonna come, see blue, and the other one is red. All right, the other one is red, the player 1. All right, so boot the automate. He's gonna refresh, hook up the Reaper. He's gonna set the MX as player 1 and 2, and I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about the recoil.
Light guns.
We need to tweak it if it's possible.
Player 2 is retro shooting. Find 2 pack-like 64 devices. Main hooker. Default shooter, emulator, and
See, he's gonna shut down Hook Up the Ripper, and he's gonna reboot Hook Up the Ripper with the new comp. All right. So if I open the player assignment, MX1, see, MX1 and MX2. By the way, I didn't change anything in the data, the MX. I didn't change anything. I used the what you did create. Okay. The recoil, I mean, it works. It just is kind of weird. I'm gonna show you. So let's boot. Let's try Transformer. It's very fast to boot, and it's it's a multi-shot games. So now I have my Ripper 1, Ripper 2. Yeah, I'm so glad that I have my automate. It's fun when you test. So see. Oh, I'm too because I'm okay. Let's try just a number 1 because I'm too close at the TV. Okay, now it's okay. You know what? I'm gonna try House of the House of the House of the Dead 4. Because I don't know, House of the Dead 4 is a really special game. It uses ammo value, and I'm always wondering if the ammo value does something different. It did work on the Transformer, no problem. Wait a second. See, just kicked. The gun just kicked by himself. Hook Up the Ripper sent a kick. Kick. I think most problem is on House of the Dead. Maybe because the value. No, I lost. See, I just lost the. Yeah, see? Attends, wait a second. I'm gonna take one gun. See, just stop. That's normal. It's not so bad. It's just you can hear. I think it's the ammo value in House of the Ripper that only does that. Sometimes it's perfect, sometimes it's not. Wait. Yeah, it's not so bad. But sometimes it kind of stops in the middle of the sequence of the recoil and stuff like that. Not so bad, but whoop. See, now it didn't. Good. Anyway, I think I'm gonna send you a MX. You can test it. A MX, a Blamcon, and another company. Okay, let's quit that. What's that? Memoker error, what? I never saw this error. Memoker gave me an error for some reason. Let's just reboot. See if the error appears. I saw an error, Memoker DLL. And every error I show you or tweak, I did test with HGB coil and Memoker shut down. Everything plugged to my PC, like my LED, my digit or stuff. Because sometimes other peripheral can make other stuff break. So I always unplug everything to make sure the error is very from the mean, it's not bad. But you can feel something is it's sloppy in the record. It might be the gun, or I don't know, but if we can work on the MX24 to improve it, I feel it can be perfect. Also, I suspect the ammo value you use for Arc of the Ripper might be the problem with the MX. So I'm gonna send you a MX. You're gonna be able to test everything. All right. Enough talking about the MX. The Blamcon. This one has a big problem. Single shot works perfectly, but multi-shot, it's a nightmare. All right, let's plug my... And it is very weird because if I play with two guns, always one gun shut down and the other one continue to work. So that's something I'm not sure why. So that's the Blamcon one. Yeah, because I did have problem with my Blamcon prototype that I have for a few months, and I suspect the gun was not properly updated and set. So I was waiting for version 3 up-to-date Blamcon to test it, and it did the same. I did have the same result. Wait a second. So every single shot game on the Blamcon, hook up the Ripper, send the recoil, and it can work for hours, no problem. As soon you play Transformer, Jurassic Park, House of the Dead, it breaks after a few seconds on one gun. If you play with one gun, it's gonna break also. So my two Blamcon are plugged. Wait a second, I'm gonna put back my two guns on the cab. I'm gonna unplug the 2MX. I'm gonna plug my two Blamcon, and yeah, the same LED. Oh, by the way, I did create, I'm gonna show you. Well, you have my files, I show you all my files. I'm gonna show you what I use for the light gun, default light gun. So all my game, I use a default. So where's my default? Okay, I use this. I took all the recoil from Memoker, the code for the recoil, gun recoil, PM gun recoil, and so on and so on. But I don't think it changed anything. Just to make sure all the game is hooked to your hook of the Ripper. Damage, use rumble and P damage, and that's it. And recoil, there is a bunch. All my game use the same one. I did add shake, but I think it doesn't work. Shake doesn't work. The main feature is recoil and damage. Yeah, we need to talk later about all the feature you did add, shake if it's in use, auto LED, aspect ratio, how to enable it, joystick mode. I know you have all those features there, but I think they're not usable. Joystick mode, mouse mode, aspect ratio, auto LED, shake. And we need to find ammo value. Which game need that? Because I really don't know why House of the Dead 4 use ammo value and how you did find that this game need ammo value. So we need to find which game, because I did try on the other House of the Dead and it didn't work, so I just don't know. Oh, wait a second, I have a call. Oui, allô? Ouais, je te rouvre la porte. Un instant. Merci. All right, so the two Blamcon. The two Blamcon. Let's boot the automate to populate all the games and hook up the Reaper. Yeah, by the way, my automate on all the setting works, and on hook up the Reaper, it's perfect.
Main hooker, remote shooter, emulator, and technobook are all set. Time to play.
So when hook up the Reaper refresh, mean everything is set. So I can boot again right now. Just to show you, player segment, Blamcon 1 come 14, Blamcon 2 come 16, all right? So let's boot Transformer. It's a fast-paced recoil. I know it does that. Jurassic Park has other problem. The triple shot, I can show you also for some reason. So you will see that both gun will work at start, and it will one of those two will stop recoiling. Now it works. I'm gonna do one gun. Why is one shot? He didn't. Wait a second. Oh my god. I'm gonna refresh something. Didn't. Because maybe I opened a window on Hook of the Reaper. Yeah, I opened something, it didn't work. It didn't send the proper recoil. Yeah, the gun just rumble, send a rumble. Also, it's sending a light for damage here, works. I know you did add, for damage, you did add the LED, that's pretty sweet. For the LED flash. See, he already stopped there. Number 2 already, he stopped. He just, and number 1 just don't do nothing. Okay, let's try another game. Let's try House of the Dead 4. What's that? Oh, wait. Hook of the Reaper sent me an error. Wait a second. Wait a second. Can not open the serial port 16, port 9. Wait a second. Oh, I think I have my gun.
What guns?
No, I only have the Blamcon plug.
Player 2 is landing. Find compatibility 64 devices. Main hooker,
Wait a second.
remote shooter, emulator, and technobook are all set. Time to play.
Okay. I'm gonna reboot the game. House of the Dead 4. No error. I don't see any error. The gun just kicked. Okay. Maybe I did my automate just too soon. Yeah. All right. So seem to work. Both gun. Yeah. Kick at start. Perfect. See, number 1 works. Reload. Just stop. Just stop. And number 2 just stop. Sometimes it works for a few seconds and he stopped. And I did try with gunfire code. I mean, you can play, but the record just stops. Sometimes it's longer than that, and sometimes the gun 1 continue to work perfectly, and the gun 2 just shut down, or vice versa. Gun 2 continue working, and gun 1 shut down. And I did try with 1 gun and 2 gun, and it just stopped. I did try a ton of configuration. I did shut down Memoker, everything running on my PC to make sure nothing is interfere with the, and still it just stopped working. All right. So if I start a transformer, and in Jurassic Park also the triple shot. It's the third gun you're gonna pick up in the game when you start the first level. The first shot only give rumble, doesn't give any recoil. So that's not a gun problem, it's the, I don't know what it is. See? Gun 1 just start and just stop, and gun 2 just stop. I have no recoil. So gun 1 and 2 just stop after a few seconds. Sometimes you can play a little bit longer, but at some point the timing and the recoil is not perfect on the Blamcon. I did talk to Craig. I sent him, Craig at Blamcon. I sent him your GitHub info and code, and he replied and say, yeah, that's the new code to use. So I believe in new 6 bolt. You can fix the Blamcon, okay? And I'm gonna send you all the gun and what you need to make it work. All right, let's continue. Okay, let's continue about my my list of troubleshoot. Okay, I see you have 19. You only have 19 com. Should be not a problem because I bypassed the amount, but for other user, maybe not limit come at 19. Okay. The com start. Okay, by using Memoker for a long time, almost 2 years. I know Memoker when you boot a game, let's say you boot House of the Dead, Daniel Shooter boot. As soon as Daniel Shooter connect with the game and Memoker, the recoil stop. So Memoker is hooked to the gun. Okay, you cannot recoil. In your hook of the Ripper, most of the time he hook, but you can still shoot and recoil when the game start. It will stop recoiling and be hooked when you really play the game. But on the menu and until you enter the level, you can shoot. It's not a big problem. It's just if you can make the hook as soon as the new shooter, see, when you boot, usually, if I open window, usually when the new shooter is, see, green, usually, if I'm fast enough, usually hook of the Ripper, just hook. So at this time, usually, I just hear the Blamcon. But House of the Dead is not a good example because on House of the Dead 4 it works perfectly. I don't know why, because the ammo value. So it works perfectly. Game start works perfectly on. See, I'm using. See, just stop. Oh no, see, continue. I'm using 1 gun now. Wait a second, and the recoil just stopped anyway. But I know on other games the recoil doesn't stop at start. It's not a big problem, but if we can fix that. Oh, wait a second, another phone call. Oui, allô? Oui? Ok, tu peux... Ok? Ok, je m'en viens. Es-tu capable de m'attendre 5 minutes? Ok, merci. Bon, another delivery, I need to pay something and go downstairs. All right, so I'm going to finish the video very fast. The game stopped. I know it's not your problem. Memoker did the same, but when the COM is disconnecting, when you trigger game COM stop, if the gun can come back to its normal state. Because most of the time when you play with Memooker or Hook of the Ripper, you play a game, it's hook. When it's finishing on hook, the gun doesn't recoil by himself. You need to unplug it and replug it. But I know it's almost impossible, but if you can do that. The default, you can remove the default. Where's the default setting? I don't think that it was one of my ideas, remember, on the GitHub to add the default ini to work on all game. But as you report, it might be a problem to use the default. You told me to check it. So maybe remove the default for our game, because not all game will use the same default. So it might be not a good idea. So just remove the using default. Option 4 issue, okay, add digit. Okay, in the future, if you can add the digit and the LED functionality. I need to understand the ammo value. I never saw that. I don't know. It's freaking cool, but I just want to know on which game we can use it. The triple gun on Jurassic Park. All the gunfire or any gun. Also, the triple shot doesn't recoil. I don't know why. It just rumble, but after that, if you change gun, there is no problem. So I just wondering the way you cut it. Also in the future, if you can add Flycast, Atomiswave, Dreamcast, Sega Model 3 to be recognized on Hook of the Ripper. It doesn't right now. Oh, I want something. When you boot Hook of the Ripper, every time is on the opening page. If you can make it as the same way as Memooker on the taskbar minimize, because Memooker you just double click it and you can see the image, but every time an option, but every time you boot it, it can be minimized on the taskbar here or here. Please, I just want it to minimize. So if I want to see it, you can minimize, but it always open so when my RetroBeast boot, the Hook of the Ripper boot on top of my launcher. So if you can fix it, I'm sure it's gonna be easy. And if you can add, we can set each game to boot as 4:3 and 16:9. And the display, I don't know what it is. I know you can change display, but I'm just wondering how we can use that, or maybe disregard this. Yeah. So far, everything works really great. Gunfire, every gun, the Ripper, the MX also works great, just maybe a tweak. Blamcon doesn't work at all. And I'm gonna test further gun, and that's it. That's everything I want to talk about. So thank you very much, Sixbolt, and I really hope you're gonna have time to finish this amazing application, and I will support you to make sure you finish it 100% perfect. Thanks, guys. Ciao.